Number 1.
Okay, thank you to those City Council and mayoral candidates who sent in responses to the VVC Matters survey. As you all know, Valley View Centre has been an important part of this community since 1955. The recent announcement of its closure has caused great concern to the staff, the families, and the people residing at the centre. What the citizens of Moose Jaw may not have considered is the huge economic impact this closure will have on the local businesses and the tax base within our city. My question goes to Fraser Tolmie and Deb Higgins. If elected as mayor, what is your plan to ensure that the citizens of Moose Jaw presently living at Valley View Centre will continue to receive the exceptional care and all of the services they currently receive? And how will you facilitate that these people and services will remain in Moose Jaw?
Mr. Tolmie first.
I really appreciate that question, and I did send in my answers to this, and I'm glad to make this public. This is a decision that was made over 12 years ago. A decision not to invest into the infrastructure of Valley View. This is not a decision that's just been made lightly and just recently. And then there was a decision that there was a zero admittance policy to Valley View. And so what happens is when you stop investing in the infrastructure and you stop having admittance of clients, you don't need to hire anybody. And that's a shame, because that represents 43% of the provincial involvement in the city of Moose Jaw. Now, in the Economic Development Committee that I sit on with a few other councillors, Councillor Swanson brought this up earlier on, Councillor Looning and Councillor Eby and myself, we sat in a subcommittee to look at the provincial involvement in the city of Moose Jaw. And that has declined. And it's not just declined overnight, it's declined over a long period of time. And I went with Councillor Swanson to meet with one of the MLAs, and the decision right now is that the present provincial government wants to reduce provincial government by 15%. And when we were in that meeting, I said, you've already had your 15% from Moose Jaw. You've already taken 23% of our jobs, good paying jobs. So I've already done something about it. And I'm going to be a very strong voice for the citizens of Moose Jaw, for the people of Valley View. My family works there. So those jobs matter to me, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? I'm disappointed that it's come to this. It's come to that we're fighting to keep the people here. The clients have got to come first. And they're used to working with the people that care for them here in this city, and we need to make it clear to the provincial government that these jobs need to stay in the city of Moose Jaw. So effectively lobby the provincial government, but we've got sound evidence already noting how many jobs we've lost, and losing 43% more is just not acceptable in my opinion. So, you know, I'm going to go to bat for you, and I've already done it already, and I'm going to just keep swinging until the voice is heard in Moose Jaw. Those are important jobs for us, and I'm not going to let go. I'm going to be a bulldog, and my wife can attest to that. I'm sorry, but you know, I'm here for you, and I appreciate that question. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ms. Higgins?
Is there a time limit? No. Oh, ooh, open mic. Mr. Johnson said there was no limit. Thank you very much for the question. I'm actually quite surprised, as many others are in the community, that when the announcement to close Valley View Centre was made in February of this year, there wasn't more of an outcry from the community. We are looking at a facility that employs 500 people in the city of Moose Jaw, that has just over 200 residents and has been a big part of Moose Jaw for over 50 years. Granted, it was a much bigger facility at one point in time, but I have to tell you, if you've ever been to Valley View, did a tour, seen the way residents are treated by the qualified, well-trained staff that are out there, you would realize that in many cases where family members are either far away, living in a different province, or have passed away and the residents are alone, staff are their family. They're taken on outings, there is recreation provided, all their medical needs are addressed out at Valley View Centre. And plus this facility, on top of the 500 jobs, is about $1.8 million into the economy of Moose Jaw per month. That's 500 people that buy homes, buy cars, buy groceries, utilize recreation facilities in the city of Moose Jaw. I'm truly surprised there hasn't been more outcry and more concern over this loss in Moose Jaw. It's our third largest employer. What we need to do is actively seek answers from the Department of Social Services and the provincial government as to the plans of what's being proposed at Valley View and what's being looked at. Because like I said, we have the staff that are experienced and trained. There is opportunity to provide those services here for the many people that currently reside at Valley View. And we need to ask for, strongly, a seat at the table for planning any future changes at Valley View Centre. Many people in our community rely on the centre for jobs, and we need to be active, vocal, and advocate on their behalf for them and for our economic impact that it has here in Moose Jaw.